Hello, welcome to a fresh new week of News Bite on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Deborah Adolso. In today's highlight, Kyerematen condemns arrest of #Stop Galamsey Now protesters. Mahama warns government to desist of signing an 800 million gas deal that can lead to judgment debt. Ghana Journalism Association calls for release of anti-Galamsey protesters. And to our very first story, former New Patriotic member and current independent presidential candidate Kyerematen has publicly condemned the arrest of #Stop Galamsey Now protesters. This move aligns with his movement for change agenda, which he aims to bring about positive transformation in Ghana. Kyerematen's stance on these issues underscores his commitment to promoting freedom of expression and assembly. His condemnation of the arrest is to convey a message of standing with the youth and advocate for their rights.
Today, I join many Ghanaians from all over the country in expressing my utter dismay and condemnation for the continued incarceration of several young Ghanaians belonging to the Democracy Hub who took to the streets a few days ago to express their anger and frustration at the government's inability to deal drastically and substantively with the challenge of illegal mining, otherwise referred to as Galamsey. The protests have exposed the failure of the current NPP government and the predecessor government of the NDC over the last 2 years to manage the natural resource endowment of our beloved country in a sustainable way and to optimize the benefits of these resources for the Ghanaian people. In the demonstration under reference were excessive in form and character and may have constituted a breach of public peace and order. But let me declare that it is within the constitutional rights of any and every Ghanaian to express freely their opinions and to assemble in pursuit of their constitutional right of freedom of speech, expression, and movement.
Moving on, flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has urged President Akufo-Addo not to sign an 800 million gas processing contract, citing potential financial losses and judgment debt for the state. Mahama warns that the contract's long-term implications could bind the country for years and those responsible will be held accountable if the state suffers financial losses. He emphasized the importance of presenting the contract to Parliament for approval, suggesting the government's rush to sign the deal is driven by self-interest as they near the end of their term in office. Mahama also expressed concerns that the government has not invested in producing more gas over the past 8 years, despite the urgency to commit to a second gas stream before leaving the office. The MDC flag bearer vowed to counter any action that don't serve the best interests of Ghanaians, promising accountability and transparency under his presidency. He also emphasized that the 800 million gas processing contract must go to Parliament for approval to ensure the interests of Ghanaian people are protected. And to our final story, the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, has also joined calls for the release of anti-Galamsey protesters who were arrested in Accra. GJA President Albert Dumfor criticized the 2-week remand of the protesters, calling it too extreme and a negative signal for human rights protections. The protesters who were demonstrating against illegal mining were arrested for alleged public order infractions. About 40 demonstrators were remanded for 2 weeks. The GJA president emphasized that while law enforcement must maintain order, citizens' right to demonstrate and express concerns should be respected. The GJA president also called on political leaders, particularly the two leading presidential candidates, to make firm commitment in their 2024 campaigns to eradicate Galamsey. And that's all for today on News Bite. Stay tuned for more updates and remember to follow us on all social media handles at GhanaTalksRadio.com. My name is Deborah Adolso. Thanks for staying tuned.